Okay, we are live again, guys. Welcome back to the stream. So, going to be working on a few things today. Trying to get some kind of momentum with the content generation tooling. We're also going to be trying to get the autonomous agent stuff working again because I can give you an update on that. It's not gone well so far. So let me just get Claude to fix this issue as its latest change hasn't worked. System prompt. Okay, that prompt needs to be stored in the database. We've also got this build error for deploy, so fix the deploy first, and then let's come up with a plan to add that as a database thing for the admin, and it needs to be versioned and everything. And we also need to have all of the prompts in the database. Okay. So what am I doing here? Right, I need to destroy these droplets because they are not working as I was wanting them to. Okay, that droplet's destroyed, and this OpenClaw one is getting destroyed as well because it does not work as we want it to. Okay, so we can see that those little attempts failed with autonomous stuff, but we've got a new plan for that. So we'll get that going as well. Yeah, okay, close that one, not working on that now. Probably move that one down there, not working on that now. Okay. Was it paperclip? No. Did I not download them? Let me download the files then. Oh, it's there, is it? It's in code, right. Okay, so let's open up this in. Okay, yeah. Cool, so basically what's happened is no one's listening, so I will not talk through it. But basically, really. Plans ready for review. Key decisions to look at. Single prompt template model with a prompt key discriminator. Yeah, can you just explain to me how all the prompting works currently? So basically, the way that I want it to work is that we have system level prompts that are the default prompt for each thing. We then give the user an option to add some extra instructions to it if it needs to. And that's basically it. And I want them all stored in database and version so that I can increment them and gradually improve them. We may also want in the future the ability to have custom prompts per user. Okay, what was I doing? This one here. So I need to create myself a new droplet. Hello, viewer. Welcome to the stream. as always, get involved in the chat if you're new or just want to get involved. Let me know. So we're going to create a new droplet. So we're going to play around with this thing called paperclip that I saw the other day. Basically, this is kind of an open source UI and kind of orchestration engine for the Zero Human Company idea. I played around with Zero Human Company stuff myself, and the thing that Claude built for me just failed, basically. Like, I mean, it worked, but there was just so many problems with the actual the AI itself. Like, it would just constantly not do any work and say, oh yes, I know I need to go and do this code thing, I'll do it in this cycle, and then it would not do it, and then the next cycle it go, oh yes, I know I need to go do that, and it's just like, no matter how much I told it to go and sort itself out, it just would not work, which was super frustrating. So I've deleted those. We're basically going to start from scratch with our autonomous agents and see how far we can get with them this time. Hopefully we can get a bit further than we did last time. I actually want to try and get it to create an autonomous company and see how far we can actually push it. Why is, oh, for God's sake. Okay, let's not go Singapore then. Maybe that's the problemo. Nothing seems to be working today. Having a bit of a nightmare. Okay. What's the closest to me at the moment? Probably San Francisco. Go for that. Right. Oh, for God's sake. Can't even create a bloody droplet now. So frustrating as to what's going on. Right, let me just have a look at this plan. Current acceleration, 4 LLM calls in the pipeline, each system prompt, user prompt. Right. Article evaluation, yeah. User prompt. Build evaluation prompt. Assembles the articles plus the user's filtering criteria. This is already in the DB, yeah. Is actually user instructions baked into the prompt. Hook generation, you're an expert short form video. Yeah. Article. Okay. Yeah, so that needs to go to the database. Script generation. User prompt. Yeah. Script revision. Okay. User. Let's really get appended. Okay. What's missing? There's system prompt, a hard-coded constant. You can't do the hook generation. Has no customizable instructions at all. What we're describing sounds like system level default prompts in DB version. You iterate on them globally. Yeah. User level instructions, extra instructions, optional per user, additional that get appended, like filter criteria, etc. Future full per user prompt overrides. Yeah. Different shape than what I put in the plan. The plan has prompt scope per user. Global prompt, yeah. You control them. Per user prompt customization, optional. User depends, like focus more on, yeah. Script guidelines could potentially be folded into this as well. Want me to, yes, please come up with the plan for what you are describing for the two-tier approach. So the global system defaults, and then the optional per user additions, and just confirm that this architecture will allow us to then do in the future per user defaults, basically, so the user can write their entirely own prompt if they want to. Okay. Shall we try the droplet creation again? Hopefully it'll bloody work this time. So yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Good to have you here. Please get involved in the chat as always. Trying to get... what is going on? Just something went wrong. Is DigitalOcean having issues? Can't create a bloody droplet. No, apparently everything's fine, but you can't create a droplet. Wonderful. Okay, we'll give that a couple more minutes and then we'll see if we can get it going or not. So yeah, like as I was saying, like I had OpenClaw running with Codex as the coding agent. We did the kind of whole zero human company approach with the souls, markdowns, and all that kind of stuff, trying to get it to work in a loop. And basically, it just was refusing to do remotely what I wanted it to do. I was trying to get it to basically build a company, build a product, deploy it, etc. But it just failed to basically keep writing code. Like it would say, oh yeah, I'm doing this thing, this feature, and then it would just not be doing it. So I've ditched that. I'm going to try this new approach using this tool called Paperclip on GitHub, which is apparently a kind of tool to automate all that for you. You then add your own agents and all that kind of stuff, and then you have your like UI as well, which will be helpful to see what's going on. Because one of the problems I was having was that I was asking the bot, "What are you doing?" and it would just lie to me basically. So it wasn't particularly helpful. And then in this terminal here, I've got Claude coming up with some changes and fixes to the content generation stuff, which is, I can't remember what this one here. Oh, I need to log in with a different user, I think. Let me try this. Skip for now, skip for now. Yeah, so that's not correct. Yeah, that onboarding needs totally fixing, but basically you have like your feeds for all the news sources you want to kind of keep track of. Let me just delete all these because I don't actually want any of these. And it will kind of follow the RSS feeds, pick up those articles, and then we're going to be passing them to an LLM to kind of determine whether we think it will make good content or not, and then iterate on that and try and build a tool that helps me make YouTube videos and TikToks and all that kind of stuff to help grow the audience. And we can also allow other people to use this, as I built it as a full SaaS product. So hopefully we can get it working and useful and productive to the point that we can sell it and hopefully get a first dollar of revenue, maybe. We'll see. Okay, let's try again with this droplet and see whether we actually get it to create, or is DigitalOcean still broken? Maybe I'll go with this more expensive one. Maybe that'll work. I don't want automated backups. Yeah, I'll have monitoring. Fine, fine, fine. For God's sake, what is going on? DigitalOcean is clearly broken at the moment, which is super annoying. Trying to think what I can do then, because that was going to be a big part of what I wanted to do today. Prompt table, 6 prompts, versioned, 1 active per key. You manage these via Django admin, quality seeded, yeah. User prompt override, 1 row per user per prompt key, extra instructions filled, appended to the system prompt under additional instructions. Yeah, future tier, full per user replacement, just add a custom prompt text field, +1 logic. Okay, yeah, we'll get that to go and do that straight away, basically. Okay, right. This kind of puts me in a weird position now where I don't know what to do because I was trying to get Paperclip to work. DigitalOcean is not giving me a droplet. Just give me a droplet, god damn it. Yeah, everything seems to be broken today, which is not good. Let's try Singapore again, shall we? Hey, it's worked, finally. Bloody hell. Okay, so we can go ahead and deploy Paperclip once we have that ready. I then need to do an SSH tunnel to it, I believe, to get the UI and stuff. And then we can start to look at the agents that we need for it and how we're actually going to do that and how we can start coming up with a full zero human company. I prefer to call them like one human companies because you're always going to have some input, I think, realistically. Like the human is the interface to the real world for the agent. Maybe it gets to the point where they're fully autonomous, but at that point, the world's over, right? And we don't even need people. So we'll see how we go with that. Right. Okay, so I should deploy a yes, thank you. Okay, so this should work. Fingers crossed. If it does, I can put it as a little script on GitHub and you guys can use it and try it out yourselves. So yeah, looking at Paperclip, it does seem very interesting. I don't know whether they've got like a document website yet. Yeah, open another tab so I don't lose the repository. So basically, like gives you the automation for your zero human companies and gives you a nice UI. In theory, with some like org charts and all this kind of stuff, making it, and you can use Claude code with it apparently. So we'll see. I'll probably stick with Codex, and maybe what we can do is we can give one Codex and one Claude code, and then maybe one another agent, another LLM, and see which ones are successful. And we can say, look, you are competing against your rival LLMs for market dominance, and see which one can make the most money, if any money. Again, I'm still a bit skeptical about all of this as to whether it actually is going to work and whether they can actually make money or not, but it'd be interesting to try it out. And yeah, I think it will be. I think I do kind of like that idea actually of pitting them against each other, similar to how we're trying to do with openly.bet, but still running into geo-restriction issues, which is beyond frustrating at this point because using the proxy, everything is going through the proxy as far as I can tell, but they're just not actually being made. It works locally when I do it through the proxy, and I don't quite understand why it's not picking up the proxy, or if it is and it's just still being rejected for some reason, then we need to kind of work out what that reason actually is. So yeah, a bit frustrating on that front. I don't know whether I need to do anything because I think I did do why can't it just give me the repositories every time? Right, let me bookmark this because it's easier. the one I want. Oh, it failed, that's why. God, it keeps not running type checking when it's doing its changes, which is really frustrating. Failing in CI. Please add to your memory that you must run linting, tests, etc. before you do a push. Cannot keep having them failing for silly reasons like this. Right, hopefully that gets it to sort its life out. Okay, so that's still building. So basically we should end up with paperclip deployed on our droplet, which should be nice. Hello, Utful. Thank you. Welcome to the channel. Good to have you here. And good to have you joining in on the chat. If you've got any questions, let me know, and I can try and answer them. Or if you just want to interact and chat, I'm more than happy to do that as well. So yeah, just trying to explore how far we can go with AI. Can we really push it to actually make us money? That'll be one thing. And then also exploring how I can build a community, build a, I guess, YouTube business as well on this kind of stuff. So definitely need to start making more content for YouTube, which is why I am building the Viralytics program, as we call it. It's called Viralytic. I don't know whether I like that name or not. It's probably already a product. Yeah, so there's already a product called Viralytic, so we can't call it that anyway. But we will come up with a different name and hopefully get this working as a cool product that helps me make content. Still need to get an editor at some point when I can actually start filming videos as well, rather than just doing streaming. So lots of stuff to work on, lots of stuff to iterate on and document for everyone. Okay, deploy complete. Thumbs up. Okay, so it looks like it's not started paperclip yet. Okay, so let me get the instructions to how do I set up the coding agent with paperclip? So what I'm actually going to do is create multiple droplets and then have Claude on one, have Codex on another, and then kind of see which one's better as well. Hey, Sud. So we are kind of doing the content generation product is the kind of main product we're building at the moment on stream. But I'm also trying to experiment with the zero human company stuff. I did have the bots going yesterday and today, but they basically just got in loops where they were doing nothing and like saying it's working on stuff but not actually working on stuff. So I've deleted them, and I'm going to try out this thing called Paperclip, which is basically an open source orchestration platform for zero human companies, as it says. And the nice thing about this is you get a UI and you can kind of see what's going on a bit more, which will be awesome for the stream as well because it's more visual and interesting than just my my terminal, which is often not that interesting. So each one has an adapter. So that will look like this paperclip. Drop it to. Okay, no, I mean as in. Oh, so you're implying that we have the agents on different droplets. I was assuming that we'd have a different droplet with paperclip and then an agent on per droplet, basically. So what we've done here basically is I've created a droplet. We've installed paperclip on the droplet. We now need to go ahead and get it set up with a coding agent and then work out how it all works basically and what we actually need. So we need the 3 deploys. Okay, just to be clear, my thinking currently, we can change this if that's not correct, but was have one paperclip per agent. So you have paperclip and a coding agent on a single droplet, and then another droplet with exactly the same but a different coding agent. Or is that not a sensible approach? So yeah, all of this is just an exploration in how far we can push AI and get going, basically. Yeah, which is exactly what I wanted, Claude. Come on. Same script, just pass agent equals Claude and installs a CLI and configures. Yes, please. Okay, so we've got one that's Claude, which is fine. I don't actually have a Claude subscription that I can use for it, so we'll get the other one going first. And we'll use Codex because I still need to get another Claude subscription and not use my main one in case I get banned on that, which would be annoying. So we'll get the Codex one going, and then we'll kick it off in the kind of full flow of like, go research, go find out what companies you could make, go make me money, basically. See how far we can get with that. So I'll create another droplet actually while I'm waiting for that. Going to be spending lots of money on my droplets, but that's fine. In theory, they're going to make me money, right? So should be profiting off them. Whether that's actually the case or not, we will see. Okay, we'll go Singapore for now, but probably all move. I'll do 24-month one. Don't care about backup. Same key. Yeah, go for it. Okay, so that will be. Can we rename this one? We'll add a tag, Claude, and we will add a tag, Codex. Okay, and then we can also add those to the main website and stuff as well, and actually have some interesting data, hopefully, going with all of that stuff. Okay, so it's updated, deployed paperclip. I'm going to replace the current one. Thank you very much. Okay, so yeah, specify the agent now. Okay, that's fine. Good. So what we will be doing is agent is Codex, and I need to get the IP address of that particular one as well. Check I don't need to do anything else. Yeah, that's fine. This is just one built. Yeah, it is indeed. Did I give the other one more memory? No, okay, they're the same droplet. Okay. So this should go deploy the paperclip library and install Codex on my droplet for me. I can then give it access to the credentials and we can start working, basically. See what it looks like and see how it works, if it works at all, of course. Not actually used it yet, so is this one not fixed? Okay, please go ahead, commit and push if you've not done already. Okay, yeah, so it's just installing some of the dependencies, and then it should be ready to go any second, hopefully. Oh, that's the wrong one, that's probably why. It is LLM prediction. Still failing, 28, okay, hold on. Okay, so that's just pushing it. Okay. So yeah, I wonder what the other ones are up to nowadays, whether they are actually still doing stuff and still, in theory making money. Website. Yeah, apparently I'm still selling books, but I can't find any of the stuff that's quote unquote written on Gumtree. Not Gumtree, Gumroad, whatever it is. Okay, maybe we can find it actually. If we search for OpenClaw, maybe that's what it's going to be. I see there's going to be a ton of them, which is yeah, so there's nothing that's obvious that it's that one. OpenClaw Kelly. Does that guess? No, no products found. Anyway, right. Is that one still going with the deploy? So yeah, the Juno one seems to have created its own, well, another new company apparently. So I remember I paid for its group. It was $100, which I'm kind of regretting paying now. But it was this apparently that it's building itself. So basically, going to offer the Zero Human Company as a autonomous. As a product. Really quite expensive for a white glove solution, but it's interesting. The thing with all these things is I don't know how much like human intervention it actually is, because like in their group, like when I ask something, like the guy that is the human involved in that responds and say like, oh yeah, we're just doing this. I don't know whether that's him or whether he's prompting the AI or what. Like, so I'm not entirely sure what the actual input from the humans is, which is why I'm trying to experiment really and see what we can get going. Still doing its thing, is it? Seems to be a bit stuck, that one. Try and run it again. Okay. Right, that's fixed now. I can deploy this then. Oh, I do need to run migrations, don't I? Yeah. So hopefully this tells us why. Well, this change here should be telling me if it's running with the proxy or not. Because I'm still getting the bloody geo restriction issue on the bets, which is really annoying. So we haven't been able to make any actual bets yet. They all keep failing. Really frustrating. Okay, that's still installing stuff. What does the script do now then? So it installs all the stuff. Creates the service user, adds node, agent runtimes, the browser dependency, git. Well, that's not the email. You could have just asked me what the email was. Just let me run that again. Should have the correct email. Okay, and then that's just doing paperclip stuff. Okay. Hopefully What do you mean connection refused? It's my own bloody droplet. Okay, so weird. DigitalOcean must be having issues because it keeps being a bit flaky today, which is annoying. Okay, where are we with this content generation stuff? Okay, it's still chugging along, doing some changes. So yeah, stuff I need to fix on this product. So I've got the feeds running. This one's not actually running though, by the looks of it. Is it queued? Nothing's queued. What's the scheduled task? Okay, so ingest all feeds. So that runs when then? Every 2 hours, okay. So yeah, so basically the way this works is like we sign up to various RSS feeds currently. I'm going to add like other sources. And then every 2 hours it will ingest all of this content. And then we will basically pass it to an LLM. It's currently just going to be whatever the RSS feed returns, not the full article, I don't think. So we'll just be doing it based on the title for the moment, but that's probably fine. It will then go to the LLM, and the LLM will determine or give us a rating of what it thinks if the article will make good content for YouTube videos, short videos, etc. We then like accept it or decline it, and then we move on to like creating a script, hooks, all that kind of stuff, and then filming it and all of that kind of stuff to kind of build some actual content. So we'll see how we go with that. Okay, how's the droplet going? Okay, actually doing stuff now, good. But yeah, we're still very far away from the ultimate goal of getting to $1 million in revenue. We're actually going backwards at the moment, so spending money, not making money at the moment. How's the channel doing though? 140 subscribers now, that's crazy. It's growing. We did hit the initial goal of 100 subscribers, which was great. So we're slowly growing, which is awesome. As I say, I need to make more content, so longer form videos, short content and stuff to get more people on the channel and streams and stuff. The streams will always stay like informal and me just kind of building stuff and interacting and stuff. They won't be too polished at all, but definitely need to make some more content and hopefully can build a business around that and start to build some products around content creation as well as some AI related products as well. Well, the content generation products are all going to be AI used in some form, I should think. But, we'll see how we get on. Okay, so that's running. So yeah, what else do I need to fix on this product? So yeah, you'll get like your scripts, some various hooks, and they'll all be tagged with some categories and stuff so we can do some data analysis on them. There's lots of things I need to add in. Does that work? No, it does. Like the button actually works, but obviously haven't got some stuff set up. Like straight API key. Which I thought I did actually add, but I'll have to check that. Yeah, and I need to get the prompts and all that kind of stuff working as well. Yeah. Okay, so that's still chugging along. That was adding Google OAuth, which is now done. I've not tested it. Again, I need to get that set up at some point soon. Yeah, basically just need to get the flow working of it. Because yeah, a lot of this, like it's built stuff that it looks like it works, but then when you actually dive into it, you realize that a lot of the stuff it says it's done hasn't actually been implemented or doesn't quite work. So I don't know what the testing it's doing is, despite me telling it to do like actual really good deep dive testing and stuff. It hasn't done so. Okay, yeah, let me change the change this to do 30 minutes maybe for now. And then in theory it will. I wonder if can I run the task? Oh, that'll be a, what do you call it? A management script, won't it? Maybe I can get it to add a button to that at some point. Okay, how's the droplet doing? I feel like it's broken again because it's not actually doing anything other than like shouldn't take this long to install stuff. I think DigitalOcean is just having massive problems. Oh yeah, one thing I wanted to check was, have any of my streams been flagged recently? Because I think one of them did get flagged for copyright. Yeah, one of them got flagged for copyright because I played a video on it that had some music, which was annoying. But not monetized anyway, so it's not a big issue. Okay, yeah, let me go create a new Claude account. I think that is. Let me just go off screen for 2 seconds while I create a new Claude account and fund it with some money. That way, what I can do is use the Claude pod and we can get paperclip going and start playing around with zero human companies again. Create my account. I guess we'll start with Pro and see if we need to upgrade or not. Oh, I shouldn't have done this in incognito because I don't have access to that. Okay, 2 minutes. I'm not in Japan, I'm in the UK. And that's that. Right. I agree that Anthropic will charge my card. Yes. Okay. Right. So another 20 quid down. Okay, I can come back on screen now. Okay. So I've done the created the Claude account. So what I can do is me go to the Claude droplet. Which is this one. Can I rename it? Yeah, I can. Claude 1 human and AI. Okay. Oh, for God's sake. Right. Happy now? Okay, so what do I need to do? So I need to SSH into it and then Claude login. Okay, we can do that. SSH. It's the same thing. Yeah, okay. Let me close that. So change user. Claude login. Dark mode, fine, whatever. Yeah. Let me grab this. Let me go to the tab that I was on. Dump that in. I don't want to download some crappy. Yeah, I know who you are. Go away. Oh, for God's sake. Call me 1 human and AI. It's fine. Oh, just go away. Awesome. Okay, so we are logged in on that one. Yes, I trust this folder. Go for it. Right. Okay. So we are logged in on that one, which is amazing. So we can now SSH into the droplet. Too many bloody tabs open as always. Yep. So what this will do, like a type, is, I need to grab the IP again, is will give us access to the UI. So we can actually play around with paperclip a bit, in theory. So yeah, we should be able to go to this now. No. See what Claude says. It doesn't seem to port forward or anything with this. Can't connect to the localhost 3100. See how that goes. So we can get an answer. It's not going that well so far. Did you not look at the documentation of the GitHub repo? Go look at it and tell me what it says based on their instructions. AI is always off doing its own thing rather than doing the obvious thing of looking at the documentation. And then, so yes, maybe you should have just done that. Yeah, I did give you the documentation for a reason. Yes, please up. Oh, very slow to transcribe that. Yep, looks like it's broken. Having issues clearly with texty talkie. Is it going to work? Is it going to work? No. Okay, please up. Oh, there we go. It's just very slow. I guess CPU usage is off the charts or something. Yes, I do want you to proceed, please. Okay, please boot up the dev servers and give me access. Actually, yeah, okay, so please boot up the dev servers and give me the user credentials to run this locally and test it. I think they might actually already be running, so close those. That is just stuck, isn't it, basically? Right. Much cleaner now. Removed all the broken installs. Ah, bloody thing. Hey, right. We'll try this one with codex. Let me just destroy the droplet and start again with the codex one, I guess. It's definitely a case that the vibe coding is very hit and miss. I think you see that with a lot of these projects as well, is that they've obviously been vibe coded for vibe coding-y stuff, and they just never work as you expect, if they even work at all. Looks like my stream's having problems as well. Not having a good day, are we? Okay. Okay, lovely. So that is working now then, right? We can play around with it. So guys, this is Paperclip by the looks of it. So this is the autonomous zero human company agent stuff. So we call this one Claude, 1 human and AI. The goal of this company is to create products that make money. So we need to go research and discover opportunities to build software products, market them, get users, and create revenue and satisfy our users and customers. See what, see what it comes up with. So it's Claude code. Create your first agent. Choose how this agent will run tasks. So using Claude code, yeah, working best if you create a new folder for your agents to keep their memories. Okay, I guess we'll do agents. Mode. Probably give this one Opus, I guess. Next. Create your CEO heartbeat. Right. Okay, so it's got its own agent thing there, which is interesting. I guess we'll just go with what it says, because the ones that Claude made me didn't work in our... Okay, so... inbox. So we need to grant the user access. In fact, can we not just use root? It must be just easier to use root rather than creating this separate user, because then always run into permissions issues. Yeah, and then can you also just give me the commands to give that user root permissions, as I've currently got one running and just playing around with it. Replace that. Okay, let's just do... Let's just do that instead. All right. Bypass the whole extra user thing. Okay, that should boot up the thing. I'm guessing that's no longer working. Yeah. Okay, how is my other droplet going? Should be done, I think. Grab the IP of that one. So the IP of that one is that. Oh. Codex. I've lost the cursor for some reason. Yes. Okay, this should deploy paperclip with codecs as the LLM. You're running this with a root. Postgres does not support running. If you wish to continue, for God's sake. Always permissions issues. You go check their config. That's what you're for. Okay, I guess the other option is to do this. For fuck's sake. So frustrating. Right, let's just add this thing that it says to add. Oh, why didn't it add? God's sake. Okay. Just work, please. Oh, this is so frustrating. Okay, let's not run it as root. Let's just run. Let's go back, remove permissions from the user that we gave root to, and then let's just give it permissions to write to a directory, to create directories, write directories, all that kind of stuff. Basically, give it as much permissions as we think it needs. And also go check the docs to see whether that's mentioned in the documentation at all. Not going well today. Everything we're doing today is running into big issues, which is not great. Okay, was that codecs? Right, so that should be codecs working now then. Right. Okay. So we should confirms everything lives under instances default and the agents here you get errors because you try to write agents to root instead of using the users. Oh dear. Right. Let me rename this one. Actually, I can't, can I? Right. Right. Is it going to work? It looks like it's working. Right. Okay. No, I don't want to open up there. Right. Okay, we are working. It looks like it. Okay. Let me just retry that and see if that works. All right. Okay, I'm getting this still. What do we need to do to grant that user permissions to do this? Okay, well, can we just change the path then? It's trying to create agents at the root of the file, so it's not on them. It's a paperclip config issue, not permissions issue. Check what config it generated. Okay, let me just give it this. Okay. I need to start the server again, don't we? Ooh, it's just not working straight away. Frustrating. Okay, so that one, we need to get access to codecs. Right, okay. Let me just retry on that one. It should just say it already exists and then move on. Okay, and it's actually built to, well, it looks it to have multiple in one, which is good. Website. So maybe we actually can just have one beefier pod. We'll stick with two for now, just to keep things going. Okay, so that's running apparently. I know it hit an internal server error. Lovely. Okay, how do we reset paperclip? Is there a command to just like wipe it, wipe all the config and start again? Okay, so this one I think we can just do. Did that not? That is the droplet IP. Did that not install the stuff? I'm going to guess it's removed npm and stuff from the bloody deploy script. Okay, no, so it should install it. It should install the agent runtime. Okay, so that is doing something again, right? Right. Okay, let's just start again. Okay. Good, right. This is Claude. 1HNA, right. The goal of this company is to make money. We will be building products on the internet entirely autonomously to make our human as much money as possible. Here's Claude code. I'm just going to stick with that. The model, I will say, is Opus. Test now. Passed, right. Okay. Looks like it's, in theory, working. Whether it actually does or not, I don't know. So yeah, so this is a tool called Paperclip, guys, which is basically meant to be an open source, zero human company tool, basically, to run zero human companies for you. The ones that Claude made me that we were running with Codex just absolutely bombed. Just got stuck in loops doing nothing, saying it was doing stuff. Just ridiculous stuff. So we'll see how this one goes. Also good because it's got a UI. It's nice to show on stream rather than just me explaining what it's doing or looking at the terminal. So it's interesting. Like, so the CEO is running, doing stuff. Cool. We can see what it's actually doing, which is great, and stuff that's in progress. Okay, one of the big problems I had with the agents just via Discord was I would say, "What are you doing?" It would say something like, "Oh yeah, we're writing code for XYZ," and it wasn't, and I couldn't see what it was doing. So hopefully this makes it better. Okay, so what is it saying? Right. So that's just all set up, basically. Okay, so I'm guessing we get to the point where it's all set up with the multiple agents and stuff, and then we get some kind of input. So yeah, so it's got an org chart, which I guess is useful to see what's going on. Okay, so I've got an inbox, right? Founding engineer, view details. Founding engineer, first engineer on team, owns and ships the building. See full request. Sure, let's just go ahead and accept everything that it's doing. Don't ask questions. Try and get us to make money. That's the goal. Make me money, agents. Okay, so far I'm actually really liking this. It's much better than having them all run themselves, and it's an obvious thing that someone would build, basically, is this. Why have we spent money? I don't know how I spent money. Hopefully I've not got extra usage on this account. Otherwise I'm broke. Stop doing the onboarding, you dick. I've done it like 4 times. Settings, billing. usage. Okay, keep extra usage off, please. Good. So I don't think that's actually true, but it best not be true, because if we spent $1 already just to do nothing, that would be annoying. Okay, but is it stopped now? We've created a founding engineer. Goals. Okay, so I think you just need to create issues, right? So yeah, I'll get it to do the same thing that I got the other ones to do. Just link these things. I'll also give it the example of some zero human things already. This is critical. Research business opportunities for our company. So the goal here is to look at these couple of websites. One of them is a website that has zero human companies as examples that are building in the open. The other one is a website that has various software products and businesses that reveal their revenue. Your goal is to do some research and come up with some business opportunities that we can create as an entirely autonomous company with you as the CEO and any employees you need as agents to make your human some money. Come up with some ideas and give me 5 options and a recommendation for which one you think we should build and the potential opportunity of that company. Okay, so we'll see if that, what labels done. Okay, let's just go ahead with that, shall we? I assume that will kick off. So yeah, maybe I should actually read the documentation of this then, because otherwise I'm just trusting Claude gets it right, which is probably not correct. So OpenClaw is an employee, Paperclip is a company, Paperclip is a node server, yeah. It's like a task manager, but under the hood it has org charts, budgets, governance, goal, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, we want to build autonomous AI companies, coordinate different agents, yes. Features, bring your own agent, goal alignment, heartbeats, ticketing system, cost control, multi-company, governance, yeah. What is not chatbot, an agent framework, not a workflow builder, not problem. Okay. Single deployment can unlimited number of companies with data isolation. Cool. So we will do that. Sure. Okay, interesting. Yeah, I mean, this is a cool little tool if it works. So 1 minute ago, so settings, require board approval. No, do it yourself. Generate a link to invite humans or agents to this company. Activity, costs, org, goals, projects, issues. Can I assign it to the CEO, please? Okay, there we go, it's kicked off now. So yeah, we'll see how we go, and tell me I'm not rate limited. Was that a rate limit for this, or was it for Claude? Because if it's for Claude, then you get like what, 1 prompt to Opus, and that's it. Don't believe that's the case, do I? If that's the case, we'll switch that to be not Opus and Sonnet instead. Okay, it's doing stuff. Right, okay, good. Tool that takes long-form content, blog posts, and automatically generates social posts, email copy, ad variants, or SEO optimized summaries. Okay. Developer AI API integration tool, specialized tool that solves a painful integration problem. Unified API for multiple payment processors or QuickBooks accounting. Yeah, I'm not interested in that one, to be honest. Ship 10 to 20 small focused tools. Plus multiple niches, double down on winners. Kelly, Claude, Felix, Trust and Marsho, sub, yeah. Maximizes agents to be small, product is small after building days, portfolio, risk diversity, yeah. Potentially 3 to 10k in 3 months. What's that one then? 6 to 12 months, within 6 months, okay. Okay, so it's recommending AI content repurposing. Yes, you have the board's approval. So we'll see what it comes up with. Do I need to do something else for that or not? Assign it back to the CEO, I guess. It's not. It's go to the CEO. I don't particularly like that idea, but we'll see how it goes, basically. So what other settings do I need to change? No, that's fine. I mean, doesn't it must be in to do or something? Okay, we'll see what happens with that. In theory, the CEO should pick it up and start doing stuff with it now. Okay. So while that one's going, this one. I need to SSH into it. No. Get the IP address from it. Change this to be codex on human NEA. Oh, bollocks. Where the fuck has the cursor gone? Why has it disappeared? So annoying. All right. Okay, do 3020. Okay, and I think it's just, what is it, MPX on board. SU. Well, what has it done then? Bloody thing, right. Where is the command meant to be running? I'm pretty sure I've run like 3 times, but the droplet IP, yeah. Okay. Oh, for fuck's sake. Right. Let's see what actually comes out of that one. Okay, is this doing anything now? No, doesn't seem to be doing anything. What is the CEO heartbeat then? How often does it run? Heartbeat. It doesn't say how often it runs. That's the thing. Can I get it to just do? Okay, invoke. See what it does. Okay, now it's doing the, okay, good. Project content flow, right. Interesting, it's now doing its stuff. The company is created. We are, in theory, working, going. See what we do. Probably have to upgrade it to a Max subscription at some point, but we can do that. Okay. Okay, it's going. Wonderful. Interesting. So we'll leave that to chug along. That one's downloading. I've definitely told it not to open up in this bloody window. Doesn't seem to listen to me there. What was it? That one, I think. So what were the instructions? Let me get rid of these ones. Common prompt template. Okay, good. View, edit the prompts. Try adding a new version of a prompt via the add button. Okay, good. Guidelines, criteria, enhancement, revision system, evaluation system, hook generation, script generation, revision, criteria enhancement system, guideline. I'm not sure what those two are, but yeah. Try a new version prompt. Okay. Should be empty. No user overrides. Yeah. Filter by prompt key. Okay. So I've still got. Okay. So you click revise. Okay. Fine. Feeds. Okay, let me get it to do the script page. Okay, for the scripts page, we should be able to click on a script and have it open up in a new page, which should display all the script information, the various hook options, and some other stuff that we think we need, like links to analytics and all those kind of stuff as well, please. Okay. Okay, so this one's actually building stuff then by the looks of it, which is wonderful, because that's what I was struggling to get the other stuff to do. We've got a founding engineer, a CEO. That's all we have currently on that one. That's fine. How's the codex one doing? Stuck on this downloading snap thing. Why? What is going on? Installing the Chromium snap. Where does it say to do that? System update. Is that what we're doing? Is that what? Oh, it's codex. Okay, right. So yeah, this is Paperclip, guys. So in theory, a entirely autonomous company. You can see all the agents that have been kicked off. So the founding engineer, so basically gave the CEO some guidance. Well, I told it to go look at a couple of websites, come up with some business ideas, and kick off basically. And it's come up with this idea of content flow, which I think is like repurposing other content for Twitter and stuff. Not necessarily the biggest fan of the idea, but the purpose is to see how far we can go with the AI and not be too much of a guider. The ultimate goal of the company is just to make me money. That's the goal of the company, to make money. We're building products on the internet entirely autonomously to make our human as much money as possible. I'm basically trying to get another one going with Codex as well to see how Claude versus Codex do. So we'll see how we get this to work, basically. If we can get this to work. I don't know if it's responsive. Yeah, it's responsive. I also need to set up tail scale for both of these so that I can access them on my phone. So I can be sipping coffee in town while my autonomous agents make me money. We'll see how far we get, though. Oh. No, it's absolutely fine. Strange. Is it broken or something then? Reach out to your human via this Discord webhook whenever you have a blocker. So what I'm going to do actually is give it a Discord webhook, give it a channel. These ones, yeah, we can do that. Integrations, webhook, URL. No. Or need some real world interaction, e.g. providing credit for a server, creating a Twitter account, etc. Cool. See what that does as well. God, it's taking so long, that one. Right. Oh, it's a bit bright on the eyes, isn't it? I think DigitalOcean must be having issues. I keep getting seeming like run failed or stuff like that. I mean, the server seems fine from what I can see. I'll assign that to CEO actually. What else? Also, please give a update every few hours as to what's going on. God, what is going on with that? I don't understand. I think DigitalOcean is having connectivity issues. Says it's all fine. Don't believe it. Okay, good. You go to analytics. Okay. Yeah. GPT-5 changes everything. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Slowly making some progress with this. Still need to get it to be actually functional and start using it myself. Okay. So I'm trying to think what I actually need to do to get it to be functional. Right, actually, I think I'm going to go ahead and end the stream today, guys. Not got any real traction with today's stream, unfortunately, and feeling a bit tired. So yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end the stream, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Do please subscribe. We'll be doing